In just a few hours, this shocking news has shocked fans around the world. JUNGKOOK's second stage of surgery has been completed, but the results are still a mystery. What exactly happened? Why did the doctors who handled this case finally decide to speak up, while the military, which has always acted as an official institution in the life of its conscripts, is still silent? Question after question popped up in the minds of the public, and until now, there has been no satisfactory answer. The second stage of the operation, which was carried out by the youngest member of BTS, has become a hot discussion on social media over the past few days. It all started with a shocking report that JUNGKOOK, who is currently serving in the military and serving in the military kitchen, was suddenly scheduled to undergo a secret operation. Speculations have sprung up, ranging from suspected serious injuries to other undisclosed health conditions. However, one thing that now adds to the puzzle is the reason the military continues to avoid providing official clarification. What's really going on behind the scenes? In the last 50 minutes, since the second stage of the operation was completed, a statement from the hospital finally surfaced. However, instead of providing clarity, the statement leaves more question marks. One of the doctors involved in the surgery team mentioned that the procedure went according to plan, but the complexity of the situation was the main factor why such a cautious decision had to be made. This statement, instead of easing fans' concerns, provoked an even greater wave of speculation. Is JUNGKOOK's condition more serious than previously reported? As a BTS member known for his incredible stamina and flawless performance on stage, it's hard for many to accept that JUNGKOOK may be facing serious health issues. Moreover, there were no signs indicating any health problems before he entered the draft. It is natural, then, that questions such as, did this operation result from an injury in a military camp? Or was there excessive physical stress in his duties? Continues to haunt the public. The reticence of the military is also a major highlight in this case. As of this writing, not a single official statement has been released to provide clarity on JUNGKOOK's condition or the reasons behind the need for this second phase of surgery. This attitude of silence contrasts with the transparency policies that are usually applied in other cases. This led to speculation that there were other factors that might be more sensitive, so the military chose to withhold the information from the public. Some observers have even begun to question whether this case is related to the special treatment system that is often a controversial issue in South Korea. As a public figure, JUNGKOOK's every move under military obligation was always under the watchful eye of the public. Not a few suspected that this closure might have been done to avoid further controversy, especially if these operating procedures were governed by standards different from those of other soldiers. The doctor's statement, which mentions the complexity of the situation, also cannot be ignored. Many speculations attribute the term to possible medical complications or other factors of a non-medical nature, such as the mental stress JUNGKOOK may have experienced during his military service. According to a health expert who is not directly involved in the case, the term is usually used to describe a patient's condition that requires intensive care or special post-operative supervision. However, until now, there has been no direct confirmation whether JUNGKOOK is in that category. One of the questions that is now starting to be discussed is whether JUNGKOOK's duties in the military kitchen are the main cause of this condition. As part of conscription duties, working in a military kitchen is often considered lighter compared to other, more physical duties. However, some reports say that work in military kitchens actually requires high stamina, especially because soldiers have to work for long periods of time with a fairly heavy workload, if possible. Then, that this task in the kitchen puts too much pressure on JUNGKOOK's physical condition? Or are there other factors that trigger the need for the second stage of the operation? To date, all these questions still do not get a definite answer. The obscurity surrounding the case has also sparked various conspiracy theories. Some suspect that the case may have been deliberately covered up to protect JUNGKOOK's reputation as a public figure. However, on the other hand, not a few also criticize the military for not being able to provide transparent information to the public. The criticism grew heated on social media, with many users calling for JUNGKOOK to get fair and equal treatment with other soldiers. Amid this confusion, a deeper question arises. Is Jungkook's case just the tip of the iceberg of a larger problem in South Korea's conscription system? If so, then this case could be a turning point that opens a wider discussion about the treatment of public figures in the military environment. After 50 minutes passed, the doctor who handled Jungkook's second-stage surgery finally gave a little leak about the results. According to them, this operation can be categorized as successful in terms of technical procedures. However, they also warned that the recovery phase would be a very crucial phase. The doctor added that patients in such conditions often need strong mental support, apart from intensive medical care. The patient showed a good response during the operation, but this is just the beginning. One of the doctors told a brief news conference held outside the hospital. "We are not yet able to make any further statements regarding the long-term prognosis." With still a lack of official information, fans and the general public can only wait in the hope that clarity will be provided soon. However, the longer the time passes without an official statement from the military, the greater the pressure will be felt by the relevant parties. Does this mean that there is something bigger that is being tried to hide? Or is it just the result of excessive caution? One thing is for sure, this case has sparked tremendous global attention. Support continues to flow for Jungkook, both from loyal BTS fans and from the general public who feel that transparency is a right that must be upheld. Until now, all eyes were on one thing: the truth. What really happened to Jungkook, and why did all parties involved choose to remain silent? Stay tuned to this news to get more information. These questions still continue to hang without an answer, and the longer time passes, the greater the public's hope for certainty. Hopefully Jungkook can recover soon and return to give a smile to everyone who loves him. As time went on, the uncertainty surrounding Jungkook's second phase of the operation continued to spark heated debate among fans, media, and military observers. The military's decision to remain silent not only led to wild speculation, but also sharp criticism. In fact, some public communication experts consider that the delay in this official statement actually creates a boomerang effect. In the digital age, where information spreads so quickly, this kind of non-transparency will only fuel more conspiracy theories. One military observer interviewed by local media suggested that the military's silence could be due to the sensitivity of the case. When a public figure as big as Jungkook is under the watchful eye of the military, any action will be judged by the public. They may worry that if something goes wrong, this will have an impact on the image of the military institution itself. However, this attitude does not help. The public has a right to know what really happened, he said. Not a few also question the priorities and treatment Jungkook received during his military service. Is there a possibility that he gets special facilities? Or is the military trying to cover up a mistake? This vagueness, coupled with statements from half-hearted impressed doctors, fueled increasingly wild speculation on social media. Fans of Jungkook, who is notoriously militant in providing support to his idol, are now facing an emotional dilemma. On the one hand, they're trying to show solidarity with positive campaigns such as sending messages of support, donating on Jungkook's behalf, and creating petitions asking for transparency from the military. However, on the other hand, many of them are beginning to show signs of frustration due to the lack of concrete information. "Until when should we wait?" wrote one fan on Twitter, whose tweet has received thousands of likes. "We just want to know if Jungkook is okay." Is that too much to ask? In fact, some international fans began planning symbolic actions to attract the attention of South Korean media and authorities. One of them is the plan to hold peaceful protests in front of South Korean embassies in various countries. The move is considered important by some fans to ensure that their voices are heard not only on social media but also by the authorities. Another issue that is no less surprising is the re-emergence of speculation about old injuries that Jungkook experienced during his career as an idol. As many fans know, Jungkook suffered a serious leg injury a few years ago that made him perform on stage with the help of a wheelchair.